Well, hi there. This is Wesley. So today is October the 15th. It's a evening. It's a Tuesday, and gratitude walk in the muddy difficulties with the Lord, or the gratitude walk with the muddy difficulties, even the bulliness on the streets, and I'm just picking up trash, or I'm doing community service, and I'm serving through a relationship with the Lord, or I'm just doing community service through that love for Jesus Christ, but just doing community service, but through that light, in that fire, in that love, and or even just sometimes holding up this cross and just carrying this cross. And here's a story right here. Here's a story, and it goes like this. This is Wesley Franklin. I would like to share some examples of how I handle bulliness from the past, like 2018, 2017, 2016, because we're in 2024 right now. But from the past, even from the future of 2024, of how I dealt with things. But my gratitude with bulliness, sometimes it gets downhill and muddy with our walk, and with your walk possibility that you go through. And here's the stories. Back in 2013, out here in the community where I live at, or there's someone that bullied me. I got rocks thrown at me for just carrying this cross or just doing your good deeds. And I want to just share my love in that positivity through that fire, but belief. I got a stuttering issue, so I have a hard time trying to process of my communication of my thoughts. So I have an intellectual just a difficulties of that. So I stumble across that at times, and some people don't understand of the situations of everything of what I'm bringing across and what I am saying. But when I got rocks thrown at me before, or got bullied and stuff, I was not walking up to anyone and talking about the Bible or nothing like that. I just walking the streets and just carrying this cross, and for the positivity of love through my heart. And that's what I always been doing. But now I only just do it sometimes, and just carry the cross up and down Florida. I had a gang member try to throw a rock at me. It was between Florida and Lion Street, probably right across the street from where Walgreens is at, down Florida Avenue and Hemet. But and here's how the situations of how I was dealing with the bulliness. Because of the positivity of love through my heart, I just, of the love of Jesus Christ, I just carried the cross, and I just kept going and walking. And that's how I handle the bulliness. I just kept going forward and moving on, and I kept walking. And that's what I did after somebody bullied me and throwing rocks at me. I just could not turn around and get into a fight. No, 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 no. With somebody on the streets. No. So that was, I was about 21 years old, and then the time when, because there's times where something got me to represent the positivity of love with that violence and the bulliness. So that's what's behind the story of everything, of why I do what I do for God and to carry this cross. And I take threats and bulliness very seriously. I don't kid around with those kind of things. If somebody tries to do stuff like that, and And here's some stories. One day I saw a recording on the television in the Sandy Hook Elementary School. An 18 or 19-year-old went into a school and did some bulliness, violence in Sandy Hook Elementary School. And my heart began to melt, tears falling down my eyes, just tears of sadness and grief and hurt through my heart and pain and sadness for other people's children's in schools of the bully or the shootings and and that's what's behind of the stories of the positivity of love of what made me promote promoting of the positivity of love against the bulliness and to share that love through my heart and to just shine that light in that fire with making a difference of positivity because I just had a heart affecting moment of hurt and grief of your son or daughter or your son or your daughter or somebody that lost their lives in a school because of a knucklehead guy. And that's reasons why I carry this cross. And but also I have a low vitamin D3 level of having hard time with happiness, and I suffer through depression, and I have a learning condition with my writing. If I'm texting somebody or I'm writing something about something on Facebook, and anytime I need to reach out about something, whether that's, hey, can somebody lift me into prayer if I need prayer, or maybe I need something or want something, or maybe need something, or I'm hungry for prayer, through that fire in that love for Jesus Christ, I hope it should not be no biggie, no problem, no issue, or anything. It should be excellent and a-okay and so awesome with that light and love for Jesus Christ. And there's been people in other states and countries and some pastors, not all, just some, and then also some people on the streets will judge if people don't understand you a lot, and if people don't understand me a lot, or maybe people or some don't understand you at all, and also maybe some or people or don't understand me at all and might have a hard time to understand. But I have a hard time with depression, and this is how I go through. I got a vitamin D3 low level of vitamin D3, and that's what I go through. So when I'm out volunteering at a private school or I'm at church or wherever, I try and stay as high with high of joy, of happy and energy and smiling, but people judge, people be a judgmental towards you or maybe towards me because they don't know their circumstance, they don't understand. Even if you text them or write something, they just don't understand. Even a pastor might not understand. But I just suffered through this kind of moment of just tiredness and sleepiness, just tired, low on just condition of illness or just condition, and just low on vitamin D3 level. And I suffered through that and depression and so that's what I just suffered through that. And here comes the Bible um, and see, then when you walk circumstance, I don't know what that word says. And there's some words in the Bible that I have a hard time with pronouncing or just reading or just saying. And there's times where I handle things in a great Christ-like attitude on the streets, where I got rocks thrown at me before, and I handled that very well. I got my cross broken before. I got followed into stores before. I got threatened from a guy at the gas station of 7-Eleven gas station 5 years ago that said he's gonna put a bullet in me because I would not give him a pennies and nickels and dimes. And I have a high anxiety, anxious issue where I just suffered through depression and just situations of things, and I have a little stuttering and everything else, but may God be the glory, and God bless. And sometimes I handle things very well with my Christ gratitude, with my walk with the Lord. And then there's times where I kind of fallen down with difficulties in my gratitude with my walk gets muddy, difficulties with stumbling. And that's the whole situations that many pastors might not understand. Yes, I understand. Pastors will say, when you and I are having a strong heart relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ, no matter how much people treat us or treat you or treat me, we give them love for Jesus Christ. In our relationship, so we shine that love in that light, and that's the way it should be and always. However, nobody is not this 5 cherry on top of a cake with whipped cream and smooth with their Christ gratitude with the Lord with situations. It's just not possible to me. It's not going to go that way with me. And that's the part where some pastors, or maybe all pastors, or just some, may not understand. Even maybe a brother through Christ might not understand, or even a sister through Christ, with everything of what I'm bringing across to, and also with this subject I am bringing across to as well. I push hard with good, excellent, so light a fire with bulliness and harassments through my heart for Jesus Christ with people on the streets with kindness and love. But the moment somebody keeps plucking the feathers, or they keep just poking the bear, or they keep doing stuff over and over again, I still gave love, fire for Christ Jesus towards these bulliness and these knuckleheads. But the more it keeps happening, I kept pushing, giving that fire for Jesus Christ. But eventually, people like me with intellectual mild condition or disability or suffer through depression and things, those harassments and people threatening, I have a muddy gratitude, muddy difficulties of a outburst emotion with my Christ-like towards these bulliness and harassments and things like that. And I hope people can have the patience in their heart to listen to this video, even if it's a long video, no matter what. And I hope it's hopefully understanding, but people may not understand with you or whoever else as well that's on the other side of this screen of this video. And maybe some people that are close to you may understand you, just like if you're not close to me or anything, you won't understand the lines up with my situations, with what I'm expressing about. But if there's a sister or a brother that I am letting them listening to this right now, maybe this will help with the understanding of the circumstances and of me self-defense of both parts of the left and right of everything of what I am saying, even with my understanding with what pastors or somebody had told me. But just like Monday, the 14th of October, a guy in his wheelchair, he pretended to like he was going to shoot me. That's a no-no for somebody to do that to you or to anybody else. That is a no-no. I don't want somebody to do that to a relative of mine. I don't want somebody to do that to a brother-in-law to me. I don't want somebody to do that to a brother-in-law or nothing like that. But I was walking and I was holding up this cross, October the 14th of Monday. That was just the other day. I don't know when I'm going to be posting this, but it was the 14th of October, and this guy in his wheelchair, he pretended like he was going to shoot me, but he said he was shooting at the cross. No matter if you have a cross in your hand or in my hand, that person is still threatening to shoot you or me. Even if they say they weren't shooting at you, they were kidding and doing these jokey knucklehead games. But my gratitude got muddy, and everybody's Christ walk with the Lord gratitude gets muddy and falls short of different things. You may not have the same fall short of muddy gratitude of the same with me, and I may not have the same like you, but we all may have different things with situations. But with me, I just go through my difficulties, and my cake is not always going to be smooth and 5 cherries on top on the cake, because it's going to get smeared with stumbling and having a hard time with bulliness and harassments and these threats, and we only could take so much, or I only could take so much, and then there's time where I can become disruptive. I have had potty mouths with homeless people on the streets. Not this year in 2024, no, but a few years ago and stuff. So I had gratitude muddy of difficulties and falling short, stumble. So my believing through my heart and my relationship with the Lord and my walk is it's not going to be smooth on like cream on the cake and cherry on top or nothing like that. So nobody, hopefully, don't judge me, and I don't want somebody to judge you, and I don't want people to judge you, or I don't want you or somebody to judge me, and I just don't want somebody to judge you. So I hope everything of what I'm saying is